Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to A Sunday Conversation with Avilla Williams. Avilla was recently named the president of the new Edmond Integris Hospital that will be located along east of Interstate 35 between 2nd Street and 15th Street. Thanks for joining us on the show, Avilla.
Thank you.
All right, now tell me about this new hospital. What type of amenities will it have?
Well, we're really excited about the hospital. We plan it's going to be a 40-bed hospital. We'll have 24 med-surg beds, 10 women's center beds. We'll have 6 ICUs, and we will have 17 ER bays.
And how many? It's going to be 4 stories, correct?
Yes, we will have a below-ground floor, and then we'll have 3 above ground.
And how do you think this new hospital will impact the city of Edmond? As far as, do you think it'll bring in more jobs, or how many people do you think it'll employ?
Oh, it'll absolutely bring more jobs, and it'll be new jobs because we plan to employ initially probably about 100 people, and then as we grow, we'll continue to add to the number of people that we'll employ at the hospital.
And so, were you surprised when it was announced that you would be the new president?
Well, I was beyond surprised and elated all at the same time. I am excited, as I've said before, that I'll be able to stay in my community and be able to have an impact on Edmond as it grows. And so, yes, it was a very exciting opportunity. It was also exciting that I will be working with Integris Health because it's the largest not-for-profit in the state, and they have a real mission to work with the communities and be involved in the community, and that's very exciting to me.
So when do you all expect to break ground on construction?
We're hoping to break ground in October.
Of this year?
Yes.
And when is it the completion date?
Fall of 2010.
And so have you all got any resistance from, say, the other hospitals in the area, like Edmond Medical Center, Mercy Hospital in the area?
None at all. None at all. It's been very exciting. I think we've been very welcomed by the community. I think there's a real acceptance that there is room for all of us at the table, and we're real excited to be a part of the community.
And now you've been involved in the healthcare industry for how many years?
Well, I hate to tell you, but over 28 years.
And what would you say the highlight of your career was?
Well, originally when I came into healthcare, I started as a nurse, and so I pretty much worked in nursing for about 20 of the years that I've been in healthcare. And when I was given the opportunity to actually start overseeing departments that weren't nursing departments, such as pharmacy and laboratory and marketing and public relations and those sort of departments, I felt very honored that I had been accepted in those ranks, and there was a comfort level with my knowledge base.
And so you've been in the industry for several years. How do you keep yourself going each day? Like, are you ever like, oh, this is another day at the hospital? How do you keep it?
I think I always try to stay in touch with why I'm there, and that's for the care of people. And I try to make sure I know the stories and see the faces and get involved in the outcomes that are produced when people come into a hospital with not much hope, and when they leave and they've got a renewed belief that they have a future. And when I see that each and every day, it encourages me to continue to stay in healthcare and do more.
Now, back to the hospital for a second. At first, the projected cost was going to be $40 million to $60 million. But as you know, the prices jumped a lot from, it went up to $80 million to $100 million. Now, what's the discrepancy there?
Well, there is a lot of confusion there also, because that cost wasn't inclusive of all of the issues that are associated with building a hospital, such as the cost associated with purchasing the land and then the site development and the actual construction. But some of the things that have affected the rising cost have been, of course, what's happening nationally in construction expenses. The cost of just construction has gone up, and also the technology associated with building a high-tech hospital have had an impact on us.
And so back to the amenities for a second. Earlier you were telling me that the rooms will be kind of like a suite style, or?
Right. We're going to be an all-private room hospital. We're looking at making sure that we provide amenities in the rooms that are more hotel-like. We want to have large windows so that people have access to the outside and be able to have the healing power of the sun and being able to see the environment. We're looking at making sure that we have zones in the room, such as an area where our caregivers can be able to work and be able to take care of the things they need to do, and then the patient zone. And as we all know, families are so much more involved in the health care of their loved ones. We want to have an area that the families feel like they have some space to do the things that they need to do. And
are you at all nervous by when the hospital begins, like taking over?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I'm not. One of the things I learned a long time ago, it's not about me, it's about the people that are building this hospital. And we are surrounding ourselves with people who are very talented, who have a lot of skills and ability, and we will continue to do that. And I have full confidence that the team will make this hospital a success.
And so when you were growing up, did you ever think, wow, I want to be a CEO of a hospital? Or did you even imagine yourself in the healthcare industry altogether?
No, I didn't think I was going to be in healthcare, but it's interesting. I somewhat have ended up the way I started. I wanted to be sort of a person to be kind of a business mogul. I thought that I was going to grow up and be a person who would be running some sort of business, not realizing it would be healthcare. And now I have the advantage of kind of doing both. I'm doing business and I'm taking care of people and impacting the health of others.
And so where do you see Integris going, say, 10 years from now after it's been built?
Our particular hospital?
Yes,
I think that we're going to continue to grow. I think the Edmond community is growing, and we're going to grow with that community. And as the community grows, we will continue to expand our hospital and continue to meet the needs of the patients, and also become more entrenched in the health of the community, being able to provide services that are not just focused on illness, but are focused on wellness.
And do you see yourself in this position long term?
Oh, absolutely. I anticipate that this will be where I'll end my healthcare career.
And one more question about the location. Why did you all choose that particular Interstate 35 location?
Well, Interstate 35 is actually a really exciting time. You know, there's a lot of interest in the I-35 corridor and the growth in that area, as well as Edmond is actually expanding more to the east. And I think that we just felt like that was a very logical location to put the hospital so that we could be kind of in the hub of where the activity is going to be happening, where the growth is happening, for ease of access for our patients.
And how important is it to have that hospital located in the city of Edmond, in that particular area?
I think it's very important, again, because it's the access point. People will be able to access it much easier. I think it's also, we're planning to build a very first-class facility, and I think the traffic flow that goes up and down I-35 will have an opportunity to view that, and will, not only for Edmond, but for our state. People will realize that we're a first-class state in all that we do.
What would you say will set this branch apart from all the other hospital branches in the state? Around the Oklahoma City area?
I will tell you, the most important thing to me is the people. I am going to focus very much on that. We're going to create an experience for our patients, our physicians, the community that is like none other. I want people to come to our facility for whatever reason they have to come to our facility and walk away and say, wow, that was not what I expected, and have a very positive experience in our environment.
Well, that's all the time we have now for a Sunday conversation with Avilla Williams. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being with us. It was a pleasure having you.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Have a good day.